Alright, seems that everything's going fine. The driver's going good. No one touching my Steam account. Water's ready. It's warm here in the room. Everything's fine. It's good to go. Everything's good to go, I guess, right? Everything's just going fine, right? No, something like a random accounts of random encounters of whatever box there is in the OBS or games or whatsoever. Anyway, right before we actually start chatting about whatsoever, just jump into a random game of and why not? Oops. And hello there. Hey, Dawnstar, how's it going? How's it going? I know it's daytime on for you. Hope that everything's going good. And guys, you got hydrated, right? So just in case, for anyone who doesn't know why the BGM got changed, you might want to revisit yesterday's stream. Been making this for the entire yesterday's stream, and yeah, so we're going to have some new BGMs running. You know, I love to make my own BGM, so let's do this. Right. And yep, it's 10 a.m. there, working from home right now if you're in the background. Oh, I see. So I guess work at home is still a thing, right? Even though I know like the majority of the globe is already sort of lowered all sorts of restrictions already. Wow. But like, as far as I know, there's quite a lot still enjoying the privileges of working at home. Like in Japan, they call it like telework. So work from home is still a thing. So in your case, the office I do my work in got rid of a bunch of our desks to make space for other stuff, so we can all go back in. Go back in full time. Oh, I think I heard of some other like other companies doing similar things. Is that over the past about 2 years, when they already like get into a habit of having their like having the employees working at home. They're like, the office was kind of empty because like rarely anyone get to office back then. And they kind of renovated the entire office to free up some space for like, no matter it's for storage or just like half the original space of the office, and then like encourage everyone to just get to office only when you necessarily need to, right? So some of those that I heard about is that they work at home for most of the time and maybe get to the office when they really need to, just go for some conference or like doing some work that must be done on the venue. So I work hybrid now. I go to the office once or twice a week and stay at home for the rest of the week now. I see. Which should be good, I guess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't.
Ooh. Phew, I thought that was huge. Goodbye score. Well, it happens. Anytime I call Leech, it happens. It's fine. Yeah, just ignore that. It's kind of laggy. I don't know why. It's lagging a little bit. Maybe it's some setting to my browser? Whatever. Yeah, so like, as far as I know, most people, like most workers, if you're not working for like restaurants or these kinds of work that you definitely need to get to the workplace in order to start working, like there are quite a number of people are getting used to working remotely already, which apparently is a good thing. They will enjoy more time at home, or even have a more cozy setup. Wee.
Don't.
That's not fair. That is not fair. There's some aim for something large. There's some sort of work that kind of doesn't really depend on working on venue. Like some music producer friends of mine are actually getting used to work at home already for quite a while already.
Don't.
I should stop today, right? I should just stop, yeah. I should just stop already. Like, okay, forget about everything, about the games or whatever. It's not my day.
私の勝ちですね。
It's not my day. It's done. It's done. We're done. We're getting back. We're getting back to chatting. Nah, it's not my day. forget about it. Forget about everything about mahjong. This is not my day. Whenever I start reaching, like, everything out of my control, and yeah, I'm definitely not in the condition of doing that. Yeah, so, like, over the past 2 years, when, friends around has been kind of stuck at home, and, like, literally cannot get outdoors. Even when they really want to go to buy something, like, by daily necessities, and how do you get outdoors, and you're relying to, like, delivery services, or all sorts of like food delivery or the kind of online shopping stuff to like replenish your resources. I would say, like, you get even buy the noodles, buy the rice or whatever from the grocery. Yeah. So they've kind of get used to these kind of like work from home routines already for a year or two. And yeah, suddenly when you're calling everyone back to office, it's kind of difficult for us to switch, like, suddenly. And especially when, like, the office back there are already, like, you really get, like, empty for quite a while, especially when, like, the pandemic was, like, at the peak, when everyone's, like, nobody dare go out, and all those, like, the restaurants and whatsoever, they all got closed. Back then, it was kind of a very, severe situation, back in, like, a year or two ago. And then, yeah, the entire culture, like, the lifestyle, actually changed quite a lot. Everything switched to, online. Like, we have conference online, we have, like, meetups online, we switch to, we get into Discord, we get into, like, VR chat, we get into all sorts of, like, bracket, metaverse, close bracket sort of, interactions already. We kind of get used to this, like, digital mode of interaction already. Like, okay, for those who can actually work at home, like, for those who are making, multimedia content, they shoot YouTube videos at home, they do streaming at home, they play games, and, like, these kind of business still goes on. They'll just went on normally. Like, you don't really need to get into a studio that often. You can do most of the production at home, and, like, yeah, I can still. For music producers, they say, okay, they can still make music at home. They have all the equipments already, so they don't really need to get out, and yeah, get used to working at home for these 2 years already, and there's literally nothing changed even after everything's open. It's like, okay, I'm happy with this mode, but yeah, why not if we're heading out to hang out with friends, which is always a good thing. We love that. Right? So yeah. Yeah, I'm very reliant on delivery now. I live in the middle of countryside, and public transit kind of stopped after COVID. So, and yeah, my work wants to call people back in, but people don't really want to, or really can't go back full time. Yeah, the condition has changed quite a lot, right? So, the stories that I heard, apparently it's from the US, is that like, after the pandemic, when companies send people home and work remotely, they don't want to afford for the, like, very high costly rents. They rent for houses in the very populated areas, which is kind of expensive. So they get back home to those remote areas, and they save quite a lot of, like, commutation time. They save up their expenses for all those daily necessities, for travel, everything, and they're having a good time while still, like, maintaining the productivity while working remotely, right? So yeah, even though after the pandemic, when the employers want to call their employees back into their back to the office, it's kind of difficult because they need to pay for all those extra expenses for, the productivity that isn't really there. Like they actually do better. Like they have more time with the family, with them on themselves, have a better life cycle, have everything. Like the entire quality of life, the work-life balance is actually better when working remotely. And so like, what's the benefit of working in-house then? Like working in office? So yeah, I know it's kind of a very difficult position for the employers, but yeah, that's the reality. Is that I heard like about a year or two ago when there were articles talking about the how people are getting efficient, sort of more efficient when they're working remotely. They like encouraging the all the employers to like send their employees back home and change their entire system so that they can work remotely, and like promoting the benefits of working remotely. And now it's like when everything is kind of returned to normal at this point, like we don't even care about it. Like, it's still a thing, don't get me wrong, it's still a thing globally. Like the governments care, the travelers care, like many people still care, especially when you're working on the like medical side of the industry. You still care about the pandemic, that's true. But for most people, like normal people, including like those people around me who love to travel around, they travel around like Asia, between like the US, Europe, or like some friends there in Japan, in Taiwan, in Indonesia. They're already like flying here and there. They're going to Singapore. They're going all the way over to different conferences. Like went to like the US for the the conference already. Like yeah, everything's kind of getting back to normal, and nobody like even cares about the pandemic already. It's still there, but it isn't that relevant to them already. It's okay if you say there's a risk of getting infected. Like, I'm infected already? Who cares already? Come on, right? So, it's already getting to the stage that, like, it is less relevant to most people. And so, like, rather they would care about, what could be done and how they're going to slowly get to the next stage of their like work-life balance, living routine, right? So yeah, work-life balance is better. Also, I know a lot of people feel happier not having to commute up to maybe an hour, either way, right? So if you're that kind of person living in a rather remote area that takes about an hour for commutation every day, like you take spend an hour, take a train to the office, and take another hour from the office back home. It's like 2 hours gone every day just for nothing, right? Well, down there it's like, well, Chang. Hey, good evening. Sorry for the lateness. I'm in the time. I was having to buy presents for tomorrow's school Christmas party. Oh, you got a Christmas party there. Hello there. Hope that you're actually enjoying Christmas vibes here. And yay, party! Yeah, we got a party. I got a party. It's got a like sort of virtual party here, you know. It's not something that I exist in the real life, but yeah, I got a party here as well. Playing some games, enjoying food here. Like I get well treated, so no worries about me. I'm definitely I'm in a very safe working environment, which yeah, from time to time you get some technical difficulties, or like even my producers just rush into my for my setup and mess with my setup for a bit. But yeah, I'm kind of enjoying my my work here. If you count this as work, but yeah, for me, I don't really care. I don't really consider this as just like a work or whatsoever. Yeah. So I'm getting a mini party here, like a games party. Playing some games with people that I should know. Yeah, I'll get some friends here around, but yeah. We're just playing some games, chatting, hanging out, chilling. Yeah, that's what we're doing every day. Literally, we're doing this every day, right? So we're kind of chilling, playing some games, and I'll get myself warm for sure. It's kind of hot. It's kind of chilling out there. I mean, it's not about the chilling vibe, but actually, like it's literally cold. Don't get me wrong. It's literally cold, and you know, things actually went downhill for quite a bit because I'm usually in short sleeves, as you see. Like now I'm actually wearing short sleeves all the way. Like even though like even for Halloween, it's kind of getting cooler already. I'm still wearing short sleeves, like short pants, rather than like looking quite good for an autumn outfit. But you know, things actually went downhill this week when it suddenly gets so cold. You know. So yesterday when I was having the stream for making this very Christmas song, sort of Christmas vibe song, yeah, like I'm actually just freezing. You know, I can't speak. I can't speak that much, and I can barely like process within my mind of what to say, and yeah, the entire environment is just kind of freezing already. So like I don't do this very often, but I actually have like wearing my having my socks on. Like, you know, I really have to keep myself warm, but it isn't normal at this time of the year. I seldom get myself get into a warm environment indoors while I'm streaming. So I usually get just I don't have my I don't usually have my AC set up, and usually this is for cooling, but it's like a cool air conditioning. It's for cooling purposes rather than having my entire room warm. So it's kind of rare for me. I definitely have to wear my jacket for streaming. Like it is rare. It's definitely rare. The weather is just like going nuts these days. Yeah, and hello there. I guess the jingle bells of two. Hello, Jzukyo. What's happening to you? Are you just jingling with that? Oh gosh. So yeah, I'm keeping warm. No worries. I'm still a t-shirt as well, but my house is warm. Okay, yeah, definitely keep yourself warm. And I just don't want to get a cold, but during this weather, especially. How's the weather outside though? Yeah, it's actually kind of chilling already, and it's wet. Especially, it's wet right here. So the humidifier is the humid dryer is always on already. I keep myself I keep my room dry. So every day, like twice a day, I have to clear it up, and it is just a bucket full of water already. So I'm keeping I'm keeping the environment dry, but still, yeah, it's just kind of chilling already. And hello, Sound Slash, welcome to the stream today. Meanwhile, here for me in the UK, we've been icy and frosty of 1 or 2 degrees Celsius last week, and it's definitely chilling there. We aren't at that level yet, but still, it just turned from like about 25 to 28 degrees Celsius, and suddenly it's like half the degrees, right? Like 14 to 15. So yeah, it is kind of a very sudden change here. So it's not really that comfortable, even though I love cold weather. It doesn't like have this very drastic change. I would just like it to change gradually. Okay, it's getting cooler and cooler now. Yeah, and whenever person will play with you to exchange gifts. Well, he'll be the one doing it, not me. I'm just here being that mischievous guy. And well, he should be busy for work, so I'm not going to not going to mess with him. So if he get to me, we get to the party. If he's not, well, he's for the work, and it's for the entire. The entire studio here. Everything is just we got a nice environment here, just all because of the investment here. So we gotta keep it together. And well, for me, it's not like I am a very sort of, yeah, I think I can talk about this, right? So I'm not that kind of a very profitable existence right now. I'm just still starting up for less than a year. I'm not even close to getting monetized on YouTube. I haven't even started up the other broadcasting platform yet. I got an account just fooling around there. I'm still not working hard enough to make this as a living. So we're not demanding that much. We're just trying our best to we're just trying our best to at least okay, you're still graduating a good job, so keep up your good work, and we'll just be grateful for that. We'll be grateful for everything we have. And yeah, most importantly, I guess it is about the very gradual growth of the community. It definitely takes time, and don't get me wrong, I'm not I'm not expecting this channel to grow from 250 subs to getting 500 and 1,000 and just grow exponentially. It never happens, right? The real thing is that it never happens. I definitely know about it, and the one most important thing is that I really want to enjoy while I'm streaming. I don't want to make this as a pressure or something. I had this experience already, back in around September and early October, when I was in a very bad condition. The stream schedule wasn't that stable. I just get an entire month break to heal up myself a little bit, and I'm still in the process. See, in the title, I'm still typing as a casual self-healing time. I know, originally, half a year ago when I started streaming, I was like, okay, we're going to stream 2 games a week. We're kind of going to play 2 different types of games so that we can keep the variety. But after that adjustment for me, I would rather reduce the time for me to play games, but rather get more time to interact, have some more interactions, to actually get feedbacks from you, and to address to each and every one of you of what I'm thinking, what you are thinking, right? So yeah, we've been working too hard, to be honest. Just don't forget the ramen refill. Yeah, and sure, yeah, you see, I had that ramen refill. I had it yesterday, so yeah. So let's see, I'm gonna friend hanging out with you guys, and I have to say the answer is always definitely yes. And this is the only reason that I would like to continue working on this channel, is that being able to interact with you guys, it's just opening up a totally different scope of opportunities, and a different how should I phrase it? It's okay, there's a part of my life that I have never imagined I would be able to build up. It's we just have a let's just imagine it's like you're managing a warehouse or like a huge wardrobe with different sections, with different cabinets for different purposes. So you have to manage it. You put different types of clothing in. You have to put your footwear, maybe like jackets, pants, underwear, socks, boots, other footwear, and accessories, ornaments, everything. And yeah, you're having that. You're managing a warehouse of it. So it's like at someday you're opening up a new wardrobe that you're going to put, like for instance, some motorcycle wear. It's a totally new thing for me, but it looks cool. So I'm gonna invest myself a little bit more into it. I'm going to buy some maybe bike suit, maybe some more maybe helmets, maybe like spectacles or like gloves or whatsoever. I got a whole new category of fashion that I can invest myself in while and still enjoy it. So it's like apart from the existing part of myself that I had, it's like I have a totally new life that I enjoy here. I never regret it. Like after about roughly 8 months of streaming here, I start to like take this as a very important part of my life. I know like this part isn't like the entire part of my the entire portion of my life. It's just a portion of it, I know, but it's important. I feel the importance within myself. I have the obligation to like share a part of myself to you guys. And that's why, you know, when I thought of the idea of arranging the stream contents, even though I'm still streaming for 2 days a week, mostly, maybe 3 recently because I'm in the mood of, but when I started to rearrange the stream contents every week, starting up from changing from actually playing intensely 2 games a week to just playing 1 game maximum, and reserve at least a day to actually talk about everything. Like literally, you see, I plan to talk about music composition. I put it in the title. I literally put it on the title, so I remind myself, so this is something that I can talk about today. But who cares about that already, right? I totally get into the topics, the contents, the comments that you guys are talking about, and anything that comes into my mind when we are like when I actually talk about the stories or my thoughts behind that, like the original intention of making a stream, like maybe music composition. Oh, who cares about it? Let's just talk about that later when we have time. Yeah, so if there heaven and hell gives and feel like hell gives you a lot of cheese product of it, like okay, fermented food, I would say I know that there is a whole category of fermented food that some people would enjoy. I would like respect those people who enjoy fermented food, including cheese. But like, not everyone can actually withstand that fermented smell or taste. So you know, a kind of famous example would be the like okay, for instance in Japan. 好，下面有亚莲早安。然后刚好在讲到起司。Alright, okay, for instance, we got natto in Japan, right? You know, the natto is like the fermented beans, which even among Japanese, they all know that it has a very strong scent and taste that not even Japanese, not everyone could withstand that stinky smell. No, it's just different for everyone. You're curious about Japanese natto, like, okay, I guess you can still buy it in some local groceries. This is already a very famous ingredient already around the world, so you can definitely you'll most probably get it in your local stores. If it doesn't have in your local store, maybe some Japanese groceries, they'll probably get it. But yeah, so natto is one of them. Cheese is another type. You know, I know there are kind of different sorts of Italian cheese. There are something like Parmesan cheese. I know it isn't that strong. Like pizza got it. All the pizzas you got some sort of cheese on it. Sorry, it is not that strong in taste. I say it would be near okay. I would say at least I won't vomit when I have it. But you know, there are some stronger cheese like blue cheese or like some other types of cheese that I can't name. You know, these are too strong for me to have it. So these are some stronger cheese that I would say not everyone would appreciate. Like if you're really into cheese, that you love it, you know, there are some stronger ones that you definitely appreciate, and feel free to go for it. I know, you know, I'm not going to stop anyone to appreciate cheese. Just don't force me to have any, okay? 啊 ，BGM 不像圣诞节，反而有万圣节感。没有啊，如果万圣节的话，我觉得会用不同的声音耶，比如说什么那种，那个 organ 应该怎么讲？那个管风琴。对，如果说是万圣节的话，我会用管风琴，然后可能用的和弦就会有点不太一样。あ、レビンさんおはようです。いらっしゃい。なんかチーズの話してます。発酵植物ね。まあ、特に先ほどね、納豆の匂いと味について、なんか発酵食品の、話でした。Yeah, some cheese are weak, others can be very strong, and even cheese lovers may struggle with, you know? So, when it gets to a level that some cheese lovers can't even withstand, like, you know, when it gets into fermentation, there is a sort of fermented herring, right? I know there's called the very infamous like surströmming. I know there are quite a number of videos that talk about it. It's like everybody cannot withstand that stinky smell that just when you open just even tiny part of it, you know, you cannot open that can in your house, or else you have the entire house flooded with that smell. So now so most probably when we're talking about like fermented fish and with a very strong smell that not everyone would appreciate, I would take the example of like surströmming. But the Northern European people, I forgot, it's like Iceland or Finland, I forgot. So people there, like people knowing the appropriate way to appreciate surströmming could withstand that smell and know the way to like legit appreciate the maybe that saltiness or a little bit of sourness of the fermented herring. So yeah, there is examples of these that only a very limited portion of the population in the world knows how to appreciate a certain type of food. So another example is like century egg in the Chinese community. You know, the eggs that apparently is black and has a kind of stinky smell, but they're widely used in Chinese cuisines. So they put it in kanjis, they put it in all sorts of cuisines. And if you're not a fan of century egg, you will be kind of puzzled of why on earth would people use this one as an ingredient in a dish. But that's the thing. So it happens to me that cheese is an extreme case that I cannot withstand. So I personally cannot appreciate natto as well, and I cannot appreciate how tasty this is for the stinky tofu. Alright, disclaimer, I tried on stinky tofu for once, and I vomited right away. So, no stinky tofu for me, that's an absolute no-no. If this is for me, I would just vomit right in front of you, and you have to regret it, and you have to compensate for me for those emotional damage, okay? 僕、英語っぽい日本語で話します。Okay. Keep that fish away from me. Yeah, keep that fish away from everyone. Like, we're not going to open a can of surströmming in front of anyone else. You know, when people in Asia or like, other countries try to get a can of surströmming and open it, they would definitely choose a remote, a very open place in the wild or even beyond the ocean or in the seaside so that the smell could fade away quickly. But you know, each and every YouTuber regretted that, I guess. Yeah, from all the videos, you can simply just go for the search on surströmming and see people uncanning them, and you'll see all of them just regret at the very moment they just even poked a little hole on that can of surströmming. So I'm not going to be the one that's going to regret. I'm not going to, but I'm definitely not going to try on such like stinky food that I know I would not appreciate. Okay. これでいいのかこれでよくないですよ。しっかりと日本語を打って大丈夫ですよ。And hello SN, hello, welcome to the stream. 右上の原稿のところで家ん中日で変えてるのスペック高い人だねって思うわ。そう、それはね、先週から、ようやく、やり始めたとこ。で、まあ、だいぶ前からね、まあ本当は最初の雑枠からはもう、すでにこのアイコンついてたんだけど、まあ今まではさ、どうやったっけ？待てよ。で、例えば今までさ、まあ実装されてないときはこんな感じですよ。で、とりあえず、言葉選択とかうんぬんとか、まあ隠されてて、まあ英語と、まあ主に英語と、まあ日本語やってたんだけど、で、今は、しっかりとね。あ、そっか。こんな感じか。まあ今までこんな形だったんだけど、まあなんか、英語と日本語の間になんかあるなーって思わせるのが嫌なので、まあ、あえて隠してたんだよ。で、そこで、ようやく中国語の導入で、まあ、もういいでしょみたいな感じで、今まで表示されていなかった、その言語選択のやつで、表示させたわけです。で、まあ、後々とね、なんか、今、視聴者さんが、なんかどういう言葉の話に寄っているのか、まあ、それに合わせてね、まあ、今、どういう言語を対応しています、みたいなことを、まあ、そのタイミングに応じて、いろいろと変化するわけなんですけど、まあ、例えばね、その場では、英語と、まあ、日本語の視聴者さん 売っている操作さんが多くいて、その間は多分、中国語の対応はしばらくオフにして、英語と日本語の集中に語ろうかなと思ってますが、今のところそんなにはないと思うので、全部対応しますかって感じです。今日は日本語話したくないって日本人は絶対言わないフレーズが言えちゃうのか。いや、日本人とは言ってないんですよ。だから最初からさ、もう、ライブ前からもうそう言ってるんだけど、僕、どこの人なのかって、それを定義するのかやめてくださいよ。で、最初からそういう定義は意味ないので。単なる、VTuber 界のである存在と認識してくれたらって話ですよ。かわいい。でね、そう、最初からもう、だってよ、もう、僕日本人とは言ってないぞ最初から。algo con algo は、イマジナリフレンドでありままであれでした。そういう存在でええよ。もうリアルで、絶対会うことがないので、僕の存在というのね。あくまでもそういう定義の存在ではあるので、特に日本人がそういうことを言わないよみたいな話は、知るかって感じ。結論、バーチャル東アジア。東アジアとも言ってないんですよ。言語を超えた何か。どっかのアニメのキャラみたいな。そういうキャラ名があるような、ないような。ねえ。Yeah, so this is how the stream works. So, back in about, a few months ago before I opened up, dealing with Chinese, recently I started to, make announcements even in Chinese or, chatting in Chinese in stream, but beforehand, it's like installing a new language with myself, which takes a hell of time, I don't think I can install further languages in a few years already. So yeah, leave it as it be. So we're dealing with English and Japanese beforehand. So I don't really need that language tab on the top right hand corner. You see that EN and Chinese and Japanese tab, and I reserved that for the purpose of when there are more and more viewers joining in the chat and they are kind of into any one or two of the languages. I just have to focus on them, so I might turn some of the other languages tabs off so that I can concentrate on a certain language, and are shown on the top right hand corner. So for instance, if I am concentrating on English, I might just make them sort of disappear here. That okay, you can definitely type in Chinese or Japanese, but for now, because the majority of the viewers or the topic that I want to talk about would be in English, so I would turn this tab on. So if we are returning to normal for now, for instance, we don't have that many viewers speaking in different languages, that in the to the extent that I cannot switch between language to address each and every of you, I just talk in whatever language I just type into the chat. So this is how it intended to work, right? もしかしたら今のアイコンはサンダーさんからもかもしれない。フィンランドにいるんだ。サンタアイルよ。いや、僕サンタじゃないんやけどね。ちょっと寒くなる逆。思いついた。So, Ireland. 新吉。So, help me, my Japanese isn't that good. Yeah, it's definitely fine. Now, if you got like a deep L or whatsoever, you got a translator program there, I guess. Like, for instance, I know Deep L is actually doing a pretty good job in translating Japanese, which roughly 80 or 90% of the translated text will be in context. So yeah, never feel free to use it, or like use it to interchange between Chinese, English, and Japanese. I guess these are the languages that Deep L is capable of handling with. Yep. 結果、レビン死刑。それでは、判決を下す。レビン、死刑判決に。I normally use translation software like DeepL. Yeah, definitely do it. And why not? Then we get into some languages that I definitely do not read. Like from time to time, I read something like maybe Thai or is it Thai that got quite a lot of very interesting symbols. I see. Okay, there's Thai, there's Korean. There is some European languages I definitely do not read. I would get a translator with me handy and dump everything into the translator and see what it is about. So yeah, using a translator is definitely a thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, especially when we are working mostly for internet content, like working like doing these kinds of chatting streams, or like interacting with fans around the world, interacting with like viewers or anyone who's interested in my streams around the world, you know. Sometimes you just need to be polite and try to reply in the language that you received the comments for. Okay, I definitely see some, is it German? Yeah, this is German. Okay. I can't read it. I just dump it into Google Translate for it. So probably when I see that the IST and I see that the symbol like a beta or something like that, yeah, I would immediately have that impression of, okay, this might be German. So maybe some ska, nia or something like that. I would have the impression of the word being Latin. But whichever case, I can't read it, so it's definitely the job of the translator to work on it. So no worries for me. Translator is going to do a good job, and well, if you guys really insist to get into a language, let's stick to a language that I definitely do not read. I will have I won't pay the translator for extra work. I don't pay for the overtime work, but yeah, they work for me. They work for me great, and I'll just copy and paste everything for that they read for me. And once again, there's some sort of language that I cannot read. Apparently it's Russian. Okay, I'll take that. I would happily take that. And okay, so while you guys are investigating into different kind of languages, I'm going to have a very short break. So back in about 2 minutes after the washroom break. So back in a while. And we're back to business. So, from time to time, I see some mischievous viewers here trying to, take advantage on me on different languages that I cannot read, or maybe some slangs that I don't know, I'm not claiming myself as, any sort of language expert, but, I would feel that intention when you guys, doing something bad on me. I can feel it, okay? Even though I can't read the text, I sort of feel that vibe. I feel that vibe when you guys aren't actually behaving well. Yep, and yeah, I definitely put it into a Google Translate for that. Today 多分永遠に来ない。多分じゃなくて、絶対に行かないんだよ。何人考えてんの？だからそんな意地悪な視聴者さんがいるだから、まあ常々気をつけないといけないんですよ。1ドルが1円とにしてくださいってサンタさんにお願いします。Why would we cause mischief though? Isn't this a question that's I'm going to ask you guys? It isn't my responsibility or my fault for providing all sorts of intentions for you guys to bully me, right? It isn't my fault for that. Yeah, I definitely won't take responsibility for that. So I don't know what the intention of that question is, but the thing is that when you guys are kind of having a consensus in the chat and start to get out of control, it's the moment when I feel like, okay, I have to do something to it. We're not bullying you. Okay, I'll take that. If you guys say so. It's fine, I would say, well, up to this point, I don't feel like you guys are really mischievous to points that you guys are getting out of control whatsoever. You guys are still behaving while there's a little bit of mischief out there. It's like Halloween trick-or-treat stuff. I can friend, no bully friend, play games. Yes, yep, that's the spirit. And yeah, guys, remember to get hydrated, yep. Even though there's cold out there, still gotta get hydrated. じゃあ、ゲーセン行って、運動ボルテックスやってくる、また遊びに来る、イェー。はいよー。じゃあ、行ってらっしゃい。運動ボルテックスね。最近も、なんか昨日か。BPL もやってたもんね。いや、楽しんできてね。ついでに、まあ、なんか、新曲も会員してきてね。Yeah, actually it's been a while before, it's been a while since we played, DVD together, right? When we're, well, it was still like back in the days when I was still a totally newbie in the game, have no knowledge about everything. BPL もおもろいね。新曲やってくるね。はいよー。 Even though I'm not that I'm not a huge fan in playing DVD so regularly. I tried my best to like stick to playing a game, having a stream of DVD every week. I tried on that. I really tried hard. As you can see, I really tried. But yeah, as days went by, it's just I'm really not that kind of fan to get really deep into the game, practicing the skill or whatsoever. I'm just treating it as like a very casual hide and seek game, just like Among Us. Yeah, it's been a while because of time zones you normally stream while I'm working. Yeah, so if it is your non-office hours, it will probably like midnight for me already. So for instance, if you're off work, it's something plus 8, around 8, right? So it would be roughly 3 to 4 a.m. for me already. So yeah, if I'm still awake by that time, it could be possible, but usually I won't play such intense games during midnight. In like 5 hours. Oh, that's like roughly midnight, maybe 1 or 2 here. So yeah, it could be possible, I would say. So yeah, if I'm around, given that I might not be around at that time as well. So, but anyway, I know I try to stick to playing DVD regularly and even off streams. So you saw me from time to time that I'm actually playing some DVD behind the scenes, right? But yeah, even though I really tried, I like watched some streamers playing them. I watched some tutorials and whatsoever. I just can't get really good at the game, and from time to time it just I get tempered, getting not necessarily scared. Like in the early days when I just started DVD, I just got freaked out. I scream a lot, but it's not that kind of freaked out. But it's more like starting to build up the frustration when there's something that you should be able to do, but you could not because you are just simply too bad at the game and you don't know how to improve yourself. So it's not like rhythm games that there's a level or a map that's designed for you to figure out the way to solve it, whether it's like clearing it or getting a perfect score for it. There's kind of clear objectives there. So like, okay, if there's a puzzle game, the goal is pretty simple. You just clear the puzzle, like following the rules, clearing the puzzle. So if you're playing like a crossword, you just need to figure out the hints, figure out the clues, and put all the words in. If you're playing Hangman, you just need to sort of guess the word. Or if you're playing Wordle, just guess the words. This is random. The randomness within it, and even if it's not clear, it's just sometimes just bad luck. Sometimes it's just you don't know that word. But now, for DVD, I really cannot figure out the way for me to improve. I don't know the method for me to improve. So, with my experience in rhythm games or like working on music composition, there's some sort of like interim objectives, some milestones that you can achieve. And like that it is not a perfect score. It's way from being perfect in any aspect. But you still know that you're achieving something. Like, okay, for rhythm games, it's like you get a certain score, you get less than some amount of misses in certain chart. You have progresses, you get a full combo, you get a perfect score. You got all sorts of these objectives there, right? For like PvE games. So yeah, DVD is hard. It's not my fault. Yeah, but even I know that it's not my fault. I still want to figure out a way so that I can enjoy the game a little bit more. And what I built up for the past few months, when I started to understand the game more, it's just a bit of like, okay, there are some skills that you need to practice, but there's not a very solid way because every opponent that you face are real persons. It's not like a dealing with rhythm games that is actually dealing with a chart. It's more like a PvE thing. It's actually a PvP thing. And if it's a PvP thing, it's like you have to read each and every one, and they are all different objectives that you have to deal with. So every person have a different style of playing, and there are all sorts of conditions that might make your plans not work. It could be my own fault. It might be about other players. Okay, for instance, the last time when I played DBD, it's like, okay, I came across a merciful killer who might just want to farm the blood points and let us go. But, you don't really practice all those skills to dodge the killers or whatsoever, You're just having another game of, like, petty game that, right, you don't get any practice whatsoever. You don't practice all those concepts. You have no, like, running away or dodging or whatsoever. How could you even practice dodging these attacks? They're like, you see people doing them. You see people like circling around, see the mouse flicking some way. Like if you are the killer, there are ways to control it, but I really don't find a way for me to actually practice this properly. So it's more like a frustration of not knowing the proper way to appreciate the game. I don't know how to get good at the game. I don't know the method of it. I don't know the growth of myself. I can't figure out how do I grow up in the game. So there's that kind of frustration that I have. Like as time flies by, when I invest more time into the game, when I watch people playing it, like there are some friends around me who participated into some local contests on TBD. They have different rule sets. They have different they play in a very different way from casual players. But I try to learn from them. I try to understand why they are doing this, what their considerations behind that, what are the conditions for this to win, or whatsoever. So I really tried, but as it turns out that it just can't build up within my mind on how to appreciate the game more. So that's also part of the reason that I no longer force myself to play that much of games over the week. It's like, okay, if I feel that frustration playing the game, I'm no longer enjoying, but just simply building up further frustration. So it might be a time for me to stop, just have a pause, maybe doing something else. And that's the point where I start to get more like time on working on music, time to get back to some rhythm games. There's also frustration for rhythm games as well. I got disconnected quite often. You see in the previous DJ Max stream that, literally I just got disconnected while I'm playing the ladder matches, and apparently it's not my problem. It's not my internet's problem. It's just like the servers are being potato. So yeah, but that's the thing. So I try to figure out the ways to make myself happier, to really enjoy the time I stream whatever it is, no matter if it's me making some new music, the ones that you're listening to now, or playing some games that I feel I have more control of, or I know that I can show how interesting the game is. So yeah, maybe someday I'm going to have a collaboration with some other VTubers. I'm not sure, it may happen, but it's not happening this time yet, but it could happen at some point. So if it actually happens, it may be me playing some other games with different VTubers, which is definitely a possibility. So yeah, if that's the case, I would say, yeah, if that's actually the case, if this just opening up the community to a different group of people and bringing them over from time to time, yeah, it might change up a little bit of how I see the different games, because I might find out some different ways to enjoy the game or interact with my audience, with the viewers, with you guys. So that may be other stories. This may be something happening later, maybe a month or even 2, or don't know, because I really, frankly, I do not have any plans to actually collab with anyone else at the moment. So if there is any, I would love to investigate into it and see what kind of games that we can play together. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. So yeah, that's pretty much like about how I it's not about music composition, it's about how I get into the recent stream schedules. But yeah, the most important thing is that I am enjoying it. I really want to do this and making something that you guys would enjoy. I would enjoy the process of making it. So yeah, and say, why not? If this is something that comes into my mind, and this might be something that you guys would enjoy, why not? Now, talking about this, let's we did not apologize for causing trouble. Well, it depends on the scope of the trouble that you guys are causing. So if there's something that I could control within the stream, well, I don't think either of you guys would apologize though. But if that's the case, I would figure out the way of dealing with it. So no worries, you guys will be fine. Yeah, you guys will be fine. So yes, after all, this the streamer's responsibility to manage the chat. So yeah, no worries if you're really doing something that I cannot accept, I do not approve, I would directly announce that. So no worries, you guys are good, all good up to this point. So I don't see any viewers actually apologizing to the streamers. Especially when you guys well, talking about cheese is actually sort of a trouble for myself, but I both love and hate you guys. Yeah, so this also opens up the topic of why I'm trying to start up the music commission stuff that I posted that I put on Twitter yesterday. So okay, I do not draw. I cannot draw at all. I'm really bad at visual presentations. So the way that I present myself is through sounds, all sorts of sounds. So that's why I started to get into a little bit of music production. And yeah, that's something that you hear now on stream. I make it on stream. So if that's the thing that maybe some other streamers would be able to work with me on, like if they could provide with some visuals, and or like, okay, I see some sort of visuals, I like it, I want to make some content for it, I would be the one offering the creation of it. So, so if there's like anyone who might be interested in getting like having me to do the music for them, it also be an opportunity for me as well. It's just open up new opportunities. So saying why not? It's not about the getting paid or whatsoever. It's not my main goal, main focus of it. So I'm not actually making that public, the quotation in public. It's like, okay, if I see that there's an opportunity working together, I don't mind not even getting paid. I would say like just exchanges, like barter change. We might exchange something, maybe like you'll make the illustration, I'll make the music, and together we'll make something great, right? By the way, do I like a baked pudding or something special for Christmas? Well, I would still prefer yeah, baked pudding, why not? A little bit of sweeties, yeah, I like it. 艾伦唱歌，唱什么？然后大家在那个时候在趴兜噜这样吗？不要，大家从12月初就一直在唱了。那个我就不唱了，大家都在唱了，够了，好了啦。So when it comes to the points that I might be able to work something out with other maybe VTubers or other content creators, I want to open up myself, like showing out, okay, there's something that I could do. Jingle Bell Rock 很少人知道神曲，哪一首啊？然后 Jingle Bell 的那个 remix 实在是太多了。我知道，我最近在这边也听到有人在做，而且我已经重播了很多次，我已经听到腻了。我必须要说，如果还不知道的话，应该快了。我觉得这1-2天吧，应该会。某个笨蛋制作人搞不好有他某个混音版本会推出，所以那个我觉得最近我已经听够多了，所以先不要。昨日の曲ですよ。クアルティさんいらっしゃい。おはようです。Raw 版是特别版本，不是 remix 版哦。那我就不知道了，可能等一下再找。我先把关键字记下来。新年预备呢？新年要预备什么？そう、昨日1日かけてね、作ったなんかクリスマスっぽい曲で言うてさ、オープニングの曲のアレンジでもあるんだけど。それはそれでいいんじゃないって、そのまま、12月中にいっぱいこれを使って、オープニングテーマとして、使うのも全然ありなので。はい。また可愛いかよ。はい。さんこんばんは。わ。いやー、クアレチさん、毎度もね、なんか、声で褒めてくれると嬉しい。新年系列歌曲。新年系列哦，要怎么系列啊？新年该不会什么恭喜你之类的那种东西的 remix 吗？我还没做过欸。讲到制作人，上次闲聊希望制作人没看到啊，不知道，不要管他，他现在不在。頭なんでなで。ありがとう。いや、今度ね、クワルティさんの放送でもお邪魔しますか。じゃあ、 じゃあググっときます。ういなんかツイッターググってたらね、たまたま放送もやってるようで、いや、決まるぐらいの時間でやってるのね。とりあえずメモっときますよ。今度、放送してる時にお邪魔するかもしれない。说到活动，我觉得日本的跨年都有一系列特别节目很酷。对，像那种可能跨年不准笑的那种嘛，就是他们可能企划了很久，或者说红白啊那些，就是应该是规模吧，就真的是他们资源比较多，然后那种大家在跨年的时候会聚在电视前面，然后看各种表演的这种文化，应该是已经很有年，所以就大家会习惯说，对于这个已经养成一个已经是文化了吧。说到跨年，就是先说这一年的跨年，我应该没办法开，应该没办法跨年应该没办法开台。我看一下哦，今年跨年是礼拜六、礼拜天，我那2个礼拜应该会请个假。所以年底就是28、29，然后4号、5号那2个礼拜我应该请个假，会应该很可能会因为各种理由没有办法开台，可能突然跨年的时候会跑到某个主题乐园去突然拍个照之类的。Yeah, so back to the point. So back to the point about music. It's like, okay, been doing music for a while, so I have all of the music that's played in my stream. I handmade each and every one of them, so I made it so that I want to share what I could do to more of my fellow content creators, and if any one of them like really want to have something that they want that they might want for the channel, or I could contribute a part of it, I'll be happily doing that for them. So I'm trying to open up some okay, this is what I can do. If you're interested in, we can talk about it. So it may be in the form of commission, it may be in the form of collaboration. It's all open. So it's kind of it's not about reward, it's not about making it for a living, because I don't really need that for a living, just frankly. I'm not doing this for a living. So it's totally out of my curiosity, and also I feel like having that the interest in providing more content for the community, for my peer, for my fellow streamers, that maybe make it have some quality of life stuff, so make everything better. So this way, if it would be good for me to be more active in the like in this subculture, I would say. Yeah, getting music for streams is hard. Yeah, I'm not sure, because it's not a requirement for each channel to have their own themed music. So yeah, I'm just opening myself up as okay, you can definitely have me involved, but yeah, if not, I'm just making what I've been doing. I still love making stuff. So, but I'll be here. 好，那小心哦，今年梨泰院给大家很大的警示，就是跨年人潮控管也不容易，真的要自己多注意。这个应该是安心啦，就是我应该不太可能会出现在那种人潮很多的地方，而且你知道，所谓的在某个地方也是可能在虚拟世界的某一个角落。应该说，真的要小心的话，可能要跟某制作人讲一下，就是说要他去避开那些地方。应该还好啦，不会，反正原本我觉得啊，这一点应该我们都共通的，就是不太喜欢去很多人的地方。就像去什么打电动啊，或者说这光是你说开台，其实这个也是啦。就是说真的很多人台会习惯吗？反正不习惯，反正喜欢可能少就。一小撮人这样子，像这样子几个人这样聊天，比较享受这样子的环境，所以人多的地方我才不想去。最该小心的应该是制作人，小心他，哪一天可能把我拐到什么地方去。真的哪天我不见了，一定是他的错。Yeah, so maybe by the end of the year, I guess I'll take about 2 weeks of break that I would be like enjoying the year somewhere in the world. I'll be chilling out, and I don't think I'll be able to stream at that time, so I'll take about a week or 2 for the break. 質問していいですか？どうぞ。なんかまあでもアイディアでもいいので、なんか相談あったら言ってくださいよ。言ってどうぞ。Yeah, maybe taking a week or 2 for the break so that I can enjoy life in somewhere in the world that I might not be able to have the streaming setup with me, but I'll definitely update you guys if there's any changes. So yeah, hopefully things would resume pretty quickly, and if I'll be able to stream, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, most probably I'll be somewhere in the world during New Year time, and yeah, can be excused for a little bit, so that I might experience some like wonderful events somewhere with friends. Yeah, but I will definitely hear. Yeah, you'll definitely hear from me. You guys, that okay. There's Discord here. Yeah. Speaking of Discord, I think I shall put up the link here. Yeah, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, boom. So, link of the Discord in the description. If you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, feel free to join in. And yeah, not necessarily on stream, not necessarily on Twitter DM, but if you like to ping me from time to time, yeah, Discord is here. Discord is here, and we might have some maybe off-stream events in the server later on. Have my server boosted already recently, so guess we're all good to go to have some quality stream. Like stream quality should be decent at this point. 小心制作人听起来很像很像制作人是什么超机动正太控不是吗？我会觉得有这种制作人才会有我这种角色对啊，所以小心制作人也不是什么问题啦，我觉得本来就要小心，不是吗？就本来就这样子来的，所以小心制作人是对的，我们常常一直都在小心制作人一直在全力提防制作人，没错。 来た。アイルさんって何人なんですか？いや、そこはもう多分、触れたくない話。前も話してたんだけど、あくまでもね、多分、この世界でどこかにある存在で、そこは、深くまで聞かなくて大丈夫です。特に、どこの国とか、どこら辺にいる人なのか、そこはもう、あくまでもね、聞かないでくださいね。先ほども話してたんだけど、最初からね、もう、だって、僕、日本人だって言ってませんよって。な感じです。そうつってもね、とりあえず、なんかネット世界では、国境とか、果たして関係あるで、常には考えてるんだけど、別に、僕さ、日本に行っても、シンガポールに行っても、韓国に行っても、中国に行っても、フィリピンズに行っても、それ、果たして、なんか VTuber としての世界では、そんなに関係ある別にね、なんか、勝手にね、日本の VTuber です。で、シンガポールの VTuber です。みたいな、分野とか、無理やり、そう言われてたらね、勝手にしてもいいんだけど、僕自身は、特にそれをこだわらず、今、この界隈に活動しているので、そう呼ばれてもいい。そう。VTuber の世界ではね。そう。国境とかリアル世界の話なので、別に、どこの VTuber なの聞かない。あえて聞かない。で、僕自身からも、それについては、触れないように、と言ってます。もちろんね、無理やり例えば、もう、日本の VTuber ですってつったら、それで呼ばれてよかったら、別に日本から VTuber です。で、アイルと申します。的な話も全然できるし、で、例えば、シンガポールやら、で、そういうので、シンガポールからのアイルです。よろしくお願いします。みたいな。全然構いません。で、シンガポールのものとは言えてませんよ。あえて例えばね。そう。でも多分ね、韓国語は全然わかんないと思う。多分知らないと思うし、例えば、韓国のアイルです。よろしくお願いします。みたいな絶対嘘ってのもわかってると思うんでね。なので、別にね、どこからのものなのか、それ、あえて、聞かないでほしい。だけど、そう言われても否定はしない。とりあえず、好きなように、呼ばれて大丈夫ですよ。なので、とりあえず、そういった、共通の言葉さえあれば、話が通じるだけで十分なのではないかな、と思います。なるほど、ありがとうございます。すみませんね。いやいや、気にしなくていいや。気にせへんでね。Yeah, so there are people actually kind of care about, where do the VTubers actually having activities in like asking about their like country or region or wherever in the world they are. So yeah, probably you can tell like I'm most probably from Asia. So I'm not going to reveal it on my end. It's like, okay, I could be anywhere, right? I could be in any continent, I could be anywhere, like, but the most important thing that I've always been thinking about is that while we are having the identity of a VTuber, which theoretically should only be existing in the virtual world, like the real identity or the geographical location, is it really that important to us? So if I'm somewhere, for say, if I'm from Singapore, so would it be better for the viewers to have a have a concept? Okay, so I was from Singapore. So it's like, for instance, I'm not saying that I'm from Singapore. So, but for instance, if I claim myself to be from Singapore, would it be better for the viewers? Would it be like having some sort of stereotype or expectation whatsoever from me being a Singaporean, right? Yeah, that's the thing. So throw a dot randomly at the map. Just don't throw it into the Atlantic Ocean or like wherever in the middle of the like in Narnia, okay? Just get it into some sort of continent. Okay, at least I can have a PC set up there, like it's on land, okay? Yeah. So, if I claim myself to be somewhere in the world, say Singapore, so does it make any better for the viewers to have a stereotype of how I should behave, or in whichever the way that I should speak, right? I swear. Oh no. Yeah, so that's the thing I kind of concerned about from the very beginning, like from the very start of my streaming career. It's like, okay, I'll try my best to avoid all these questions about where I am. Like, okay, you can probably tell I'm most from Asia, but which part of it doesn't really important at all. What I'm really concerned is that am I sharing a common language with any of the viewers here? Yeah, so if it is for like a in a cultural context, so yeah, maybe I would be like extremely picky on something that if you know that where I'm actually from, you might be. I appreciate the intention of respecting some sort of like cultural content that I might be extremely cautious about, which is a very kind thing of you guys to do. But if we're talking about a virtual identity, it's already something that is not supposed to relate to the real world, but more on the digital, on the virtual content that we are creating in this digital space. Yeah, I live in space. This is sort of correct? Question mark? Yeah, sort of, like in a digital space. Okay, let's phrase it this way. If we are talking about something happening in the digital space, which, you know, anything could be possible. Like, this like a collection of all sorts of culture. You could be from anywhere in the world, sharing a common like internet identity of where you are. We're like in a sort of in a center of globalization, which, without any doubt, thanks to the advancement of technologies, that we are actually being able to chat here almost real time, even in different time zones, even in different continents, sharing a sort of same language and context of the topic that we're actually talking about. Canonically, now I just live in a ramen shop. Hopefully so. And I live in YouTube. Question mark. Like, for now, if I'm streaming now, I'm in YouTube, but I might not be on YouTube if I'm not streaming. So this is a platform, right? So internet is a very huge space. It could be like including all sorts of streaming platforms. It could include all the SNS platforms, like it could be on Twitter, it could be on Discord, it could be on Instagram, it could be on Mastodon, it could be on Twitch, it could be on YouTube, and all sorts of other streaming platforms. So YouTube is part of it, and we are right here, right now, on this platform. So we could communicate in such way. There's kind of a two-way communication path that you guys can type in the comments, and I know that we're having some sort of a certain degree of interactions with the common language. So Ramen Bar in YouTube HQ. If there is, I would love to be there. Now I figured out that already. So yeah, when we're talking about like the geographic location of a certain VTuber, it simply sort of portrays a part of the stereotype that we should not have on any individual, right? So if we're portraying some random VTuber because of their like nationality or their geographical location, I think it's a little bit disrespectful. So this might just be for me. So I'm not claiming that it would be disrespectful to identify any VTuber by their geographic location. It's just to me that I don't want to be disrespectful in such a way. I would like to respect them by identifying and portraying that identity through how he speaks, how he actually behaves, like from all those that he actually presents during the streams, during over in different SNS platforms. Now this is the way that I want to like portray any character within myself, right? I have a cover like Aile lives in FL Studio. It doesn't necessarily live in. I use FL Studio. That's a platform, right? Unless it's provided by Context. Yeah, so especially for virtual identities. It is not like a real individual that we could sort of relate to with all sorts of identification documents. We know that there's a unique individual. For virtual identities, we could all safely claim that it doesn't necessarily exist in the real world. なんか見たことある名前の人がいると思ったら誰だろうYes, we could all safely claim that all sorts of virtual identities do not necessarily relate to any individuals in the real world. To me, unless the character's location is important to identity, like I'm playing a British character stereotype. Look at my tea and monocle. I don't care, right? So if the context is about, like, for instance, we are having a role play, we identify ourselves as, like, in, say, World War II, or maybe Vietnam War, maybe like Vietnam War, Rising Storm, whatsoever. Like, we're in a setting that nationality or the size that you're taking would be important of role playing, or in the context of understanding the story of the games. Yeah, that would be important. So in such context, I would say identifying the geographic location of a certain identity might be relevant. Most I tend to care is are they vaguely in EU, Asia, NA, SA, because I live in... Hold on! Well, one thing is certain, you live in Indonesia, because I live in Indonesia.我刚刚有点被上面的人笑话搞到不知道该怎么反应哈哈哈 slow claps. I'm going back to your room. I'm going back to my room. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. The most I tend to care is like in maybe some different continents, I guess. Yeah. But even so, for me, like at least just about myself, I don't like it. Doesn't necessarily apply to anyone else, but at least just for me, the only thing that I care is, do I share a common language with the other person? That's the only thing I want to care about. Okay. If, like, for instance, if they speak English, I don't care where they are. If they're from anywhere in the world, I don't care. Like, as long as we speak the same language and we are able to communicate with that common language, that's all that I need to know. Like, if we speak a common language, say in Japanese, and maybe in Chinese, and maybe in English, it's fine for me. That's all I needed, right? The information that I need is that, am I able to communicate with this individual? No matter if it's a real life, it is a real person, or it is a virtual identity. It doesn't matter, right? So if you're able to speak English and the other person, for instance, like me, if I am able to speak English and you are able to speak in English, that we can communicate at this very platform. That's the only thing. That's just no matter where we are, right? It's like, yeah, if that's the only thing that required for us to like interact with each other at this platform. So, no matter you're in like in Europe, you know, you're in Asia, you're in US, it doesn't matter, right? 私、仕事日付で EG2 の公式配信見てきます。EG2 配信あるかなるほど Until I turn off the English mark on the stream. Boom. Just kidding. Yeah, it's here. It's fine. You'll be fine. You know what? Like, I don't think that marks would actually disappear in the upcoming futures. Like, I don't think I would have such a huge viewer base that I have to concentrate in any of these languages that I cannot switch languages. So those guys, how dare you? How dare you? I remember that call. How dare you? Yeah, I know that call. So yeah, I don't think I would grow into that big of a streamer that I would not be able to address in all the languages. So I would still try, you know. Mata ne. 안녕. また次回。はい、いってらっしゃい。Yeah, so, yeah, claiming my channel as a bilingual or like even trilingual to be able to respond in all the languages would be something that I would still insist to do while I'm still capable of. Like in one way I want to like practice all those the skills to interchange between languages and like chat in a way that I would require the least memory for me, the least processing power to like process all the languages in mind and like fluently speak in all these languages to react to every one of you, you know? It's something that I have to practice, you know. All these doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't like in a computer that you just install a certain language, you just turn on Windows, get the language pack, install it, and everything is in place. It's not like that, right? So it's very unique to have a multilingual stream. Yeah, so that's what I had in mind. So at least I would say most of the streams that I have been watching is like they usually focus on one single language, and from time to time they would switch to another language for a short period of time and then get back to the main language. So what I would want to do for my stream is that I don't want to really stick on one single language, but respond according to the comments. So that's something I've been attempting to do since the beginning of the stream, my streaming career. And yeah, after this point, I would say it's sort of going pretty well. Like, in the beginning, I tend to focus on Japanese, but I don't see I don't know, really. I really don't know, like, if I should really just stick on Japanese mainly Japanese and switch to other languages. But like in the recent few months, at least after October, I would say I have like given up the insisting to stick in Japanese, but just respond to whatever languages it is. 然后下面有小牛上 ，Hello, long time no see， 好一阵子昨天没来吗？ I occasionally hang out in a few other Japan streams, but obviously I have to double down and focus to try and translate to internet, which is fine. My choice to watch a Japan stream. Yeah, so the thing about there are some pros and cons of having a multilingual stream is that if I'm not going to translate the content that I just spoke into other languages, it might when the viewers start to increase, they do not share this same language, and I might have to repeat the content for a few different times. So for instance, we got Japanese viewers here, we got English viewers with Chinese viewers here. Like, well, I might have to like mention something in more than one language at a time, which might drag the pace of the stream a little bit. But for me, you know, as we are doing Tea Time Thursday, which is supposed to be a stream that is just chilling out, and I do not need to rush for efficiencies of anything, I don't care about it. 昨天其实我们在做那个现在在播的这首音乐的时候，没有来听的话，那可以去补一下昨天直播差不多最后的大概10到15分钟左右，那边就是现在在播的这一首，然后昨天就是整个去做这首歌出来的过程，对，就真的是从零开始。然后就是昨天其实在推特上面也有在跟推特跟扑浪其实也有在公告，就是有开始在接尝试一下去接一下音乐的委托。那委托的内容实际上怎么样，那个也是到最终说以联络的时候讨论的内容为主，然后委托的费用其实也是没有说固定的，那就是说看你们想要多少，或者说老实说啦，就如果概念是有趣的，老实说就算是免费以物换物这样子，我完全 OK。重点是说有没有找到有趣的合作对象，可以一起去做一些什么东西出来。 好听的过圣诞节呢？会跟男或女朋友一起过吗？等一下，我没有提过这个部分哦。现在先不要把我当成是有男朋友或女朋友的身份，就是先把我当成单身好了。这一部分我没有讲过，所以先不用思考太多。跟男女朋友一起过嘛？有女朋友的话就好了，有男朋友的话就好了。可以我说想要委托你，怕太贵。我觉得其实先不用太担心，就是如果说问题是价格的话，那都好谈。对其实我自己至少我自己的话啦，就是我不太会希望价钱才会是钱不应该是最大的问题。如果钱是最大的问题的话，那就想办法让它不是问题，那就是找其他的方法去做。如果钱不是最大的问题的话，那可能才会真的是影响到想不想委托人那个要素。男朋友是拉面，女朋友是靴子，不错。那我就是跟男女朋友都可以过左拥右抱。我前面是拉面，我脚上穿着靴子，就是我跟靴子就连在一起，然后拉面是被我吃下去的部分。所以我是把我的男朋友吃下肚子里面，然后我是踩着我的女朋友，是这样子解释吗？好像不太对哦。不是左右手，左手右手嘛，那他们的确是陪伴着我很久，没错啦。可是在直播的时候，应该你不会看到他们动，就是。Yeah, so I don't think in my stream that you really need to care about the pace or whatsoever. We're just chilling in the stream and talk about everything, literally anything that might happen on your end or anything that happened on my end, which I would feel like I would like to share with you guys in whatever language that is. As long as it's a common language, I don't care about that anything anyway, you know? Or maybe the accent actually tells a little bit. Like you can tell that I might be in, say, okay, I might have a British accent, a little bit of British accent. I mean, having a little bit of like Australian accent. I might have a little bit of the US accent, maybe from like the native English speakers. You know that I don't sound like a native English speaker. So you could be able to tell, but as long as just back to what we're talking about. As long as we share the same language, as long as we communicate in such language, like the intonation is not the accent isn't that issue, isn't it? You don't sound. I can't tell what the accent is, nor do I care. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I don't sound like a native English speaker at all. So hopefully that's the case, because that's my intention. I don't want to like. I have been like, okay, a little bit of like a review is that I do not sound in any way. Whatever language it is, being a native speaker. So no matter that it is English, no matter that it is Chinese, no matter that it is Japanese, I am being cautious. I am being like conscious about speaking in a way that is not native. Yeah, so that's something that I am still well, you can say that this is a part that builds up my character, but yeah. But even though no one would care about it, that's a part of it that I build up my character image, and yeah, I don't think that actually matters. That's what I described just now. The most important thing is still, okay, that's the language that we have in common, and that's all that we should care about. Not just be me, but after that watch you for like an hour, my brain just got used to your accent. I don't even notice it. This is brought up. This is brought up. Yeah, you know, when you're listening to like me speaking, no matter it's in English or whatever language it is for quite a while already, you know, it's just switching between languages and it doesn't even care about what kind of accent it is already. It's like, okay, this is kind of a very unique accent or like a unique style of speaking that this streamer actually has. Like, what on earth are you speaking? What kind of accent is it? Why are you going like speaking that variety of languages already? I just can't follow up. This could happen, right? 请问真的要委托的话，那时候是不是也可以视讯 DC 呢？对啊，可以啊，就是那个时候就是会直接跟委托人去联络相关的事项，就是要怎么去内容大概想要怎么样啊，然后怎么安排那些东西都是会直接联络，不论是 DC 也好 ，email 也好，这样子就是会直接去直接就视讯联络这样。可是当然最先还是先就有一个表单去follow 一下，就毕竟还是想要有一个表单记录。那我这边还是有，比如说收到表单上面有哪些人可能想要报名的，然后去看一下时间有没有，比如说最近有没有时间去做啊？如果有真的没有时间的话，可能我就先可能要排一下说接下来什么时候开始去做。有限名额嘛，那当然暂时我是先开2个，然后我同时不想要接太多，可能我真的怕自己做不完，如果答应了做不完，我会很害怕，对，我不想要让大家失望，所以我暂时开，可是先报，反正如果真的有的话，我又会直接联络这样子，对。So yeah, English is English. If we understand, that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm the same applies for other languages. That's the thing. 丢给制作人不行，我的工作是就是减少制作人的工作。如果我要增加他的工作后，我觉得我会被骂。反正是我做啦，然后其实你看表单，其实也会看到，就是如果是接这一种委托的话，那就是开台的时候去做，那可能有一部分或是全部就会在开台的时候去做，然后制作成品我还是会个别传一个档案给那个委托人，可是制作过程我就会以开台的时间去做，那你就会看到说这一次可能在做一些什么类型的歌，什么类型的音乐啊，这样子大家就可以在开台的时候看得到。Yeah, so even for like say Chinese that I was speaking just now, I don't claim that I was speaking in a native way. Like for those like Chinese speakers, they would know that okay, this is not the native accent of any kind. 翻唱的伴奏呢，纯钢琴伴奏也可以，可以啊，都来。就是如果说有兴趣的就最好是填表单，那这样会比较好管理。那之前其实，你之前其实委托了2次所以我觉得那个流程你应该大概也知道。晚点在视讯 DC 询问方便啊，说3月前做好可以，期望如果更好的委托人会垫后，反正先有兴趣的话就直接先问没关系，然后真的没有说真的很抢手，拜托，不用说好像那种不是像那些大手的那些可能像 Skype 那种，就如果说委托图了，可能开一个晚上，然后隔天就不见了这种，那种就真的超级抢手了。可是我这边的话应该还好啦，到现在其实说实在的，就到现在其实还是空的，所以真的有兴趣的话，其实可以填。然后现在唯一一个回复其实是我自己测试的时候丢的那个，对，现在有的是暂时有的唯一一个回复是我自己填回复，自己测试的时候回的那个而已。所以大家真的想要委托的话，其实可以丢，没关系，用回复塞嘛，至少填个表单好。表单的话可以在推特上面有，这边我现在也可以贴一下，等一下哦。 哦，表那可以填在这边。那可能我在 DC 那边也贴一下好，然后等一下再可能整理一下，因为现在其实我的频道那边还没有放公告频道。对，平时太晕了，没关系。其实现在都在推特那边会公告了，就是如果说有兴趣的话，可以在可以看推特，或是说如果在DC 那边有问题了，也可以在 DC 那边去问，没关系。可以多多利用 DC， 反正都开 DC 了，对不对？好，那今天大概先这样吧，差不多时间就可以差不多去准备晚餐了。如果还没吃晚餐的，大家记得要吃饱哦。然后最近天气变比较冷一点，记得小心不要着凉，就有穿多一点，先上班晚一点再填。好，那上班小心，上班路上小心。好，那如果说还没吃饭的，记得去吃饭；还没有喝水的，记得去喝水。然后注意保暖，多喝水。然后如果有什么问题的话，可以在 DC 那边去问我，或者在推特那边直接丢我 DM 也都可以。那如果大家还没有，相信大家在聊天里应该都已经有追踪了。可是如果是你是看 VOD 看到这边的话，那非常感谢你看到这里。那请记得按赞、订阅、分享、开启小铃铛，才不会错过每个礼拜精彩的直播内容哦。就讲好奇怪，这样讲超奇怪的。好啦，那今天差不多先到这边，我们下个礼拜再见喽，拜拜。Alright, so I guess it's almost the time for today's stream. It's a nice 2 hours again. So yeah, we're going to do let's see what we should do for next week. I haven't made up the mind yet, actually. I don't know what to do on Wednesday yet. Let me think about it. I might be doing music again, maybe some games, but I might return to some games, I guess. I'll decide over the weekend, but it's pretty much it for today, I guess. So I would expect that if you're still watching here up to this point, it's most probably already following the channel for quite a while already. But if you are watching the VOD, and you're watching this out of nowhere, I guess, remember to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and follow me on Twitter. Links in the description. I'm streaming usually on Wednesday and Thursday with a variety of content. I play some games, I do some chatting streams, and I also make some music from time to time. So if you haven't followed me yet, make sure you follow up. And the weekly schedule will be released on Twitter, and there's also a Discord link on it. So if you are would like to join the Discord, feel free to hop in. So that's pretty much it for this week. Thanks very much, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Yep, hopefully Wednesday, maybe on Tuesday. Depends on schedule. Make sure to follow me on Twitter so that you don't miss out the weekly schedule. And thanks very much, and I'll see you next week. Have a nice day, and if you haven't have dinner on Asia time zones, you haven't have your dinner yet, make sure you're gonna have dinner. Keep yourself warm. It's turning a bit cold now. Be sure to keep yourself warm. Stay hydrated, drink water. Always drink water, #1 rule of this channel. So thanks so much. I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice day. Bye bye.